to acknowledge today the traditional owners of this land and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. And a very thank you to all of you for coming along and helping us launch Ending HIV, a very important initiative for our community. In particular, I'd like to thank Minister Skinner for making time in a busy schedule to launch the campaign today. As the Minister has just said, today is an historic day in New South Wales HIV partnership, and particularly for ACON and the communities we serve. Since the start of the epidemic 30 years ago, our community has worked together with governments on both sides of politics, researchers and clinicians to fight HIV. And it's a partnership that has produced many amazing outcomes, not only medically, but also socially, culturally and politically. But we can achieve more. The science is in. We now have the capacity to end the HIV epidemic within 10 years. We need to do all we can to inspire gay men and others in our community affected by HIV to help make history and to join us in the final round in the battle against HIV. Just like when our community invented safe sex to protect each other in the 80s, or when treatments meant that HIV wasn't a death sentence anymore in the 90s, this is a turning point. For the first time in the HIV epidemic, we can finally say we can end HIV transmission, but only if we work together. The HIV prevention landscape has changed so significantly, so quickly in recent years. Our challenge is to ensure that gay men and our community are aware of these challenges and how these changes impact on them both individually and collectively. While this is the first large-scale initiative to embody the new South Wales HIV strategy, it's much more than a health promotion campaign. This is a community engagement and mobilisation platform to inform, to inspire and to mobilise our community. It will inform all aspects of ACON's work, including our peer education programs, our outreach initiatives, our care, support and advocacy programs, and our fight against stigma and discrimination. It's ambitious and it's going to be a lot of hard work, but we can't miss this opportunity. We want all gay men in New South Wales to be aware that HIV prevention is different now, that if we test more, treat early and continue to be safe, HIV transmissions can be reduced among gay men by 80% by 2020. So we're going to be big, we're going to be loud and we're going to be visible. We're going to be everywhere. We're kicking off the campaign this Sunday at the Sydney Gay Lesbian Mardi Gras Fair Day, and we'll be heavily promoting the campaign at selected events over the Mardi Gras season. We'll be launching the campaign across community, mainstream, social and outdoor media from February 18. We'll be on 150 bus shelters as well as 60 mobile posters during the Mardi Gras Festival, so we can reach guys living in Sydney, but also all the visitors from New South Wales, Australia and internationally. We're placing full-page ads in the GLBTIQ community press. We'll be taking over the digital spaces where gay men are. Manhunt, Gaydar, Aussie Men, Recon, Same, SX and DNA, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, Google and Instagram. Our videos will be everywhere. We'll be at Queer Screen. And then we'll be taking it to the streets with a really sensational Mardi Gras parade float on March 2nd. We'll customise the messages to the groups at most risk, such as sexually adventurous men, younger men, and those in serodiscordant or posneg relationships for use over the next 18 months. A key component, as you saw at the end of the video, is our website, which is endinghiv.org.au. which are developing into a portal. This highly interactive digital platform will offer a large range of interactive tools and will also allow gay men to talk with us, interact with each other and express their support and commitment to ending HIV by 2020. The content will be a mix of ACON content, curated external content and user-generated content. Down the track, this site will become the ACON portal, exclusively dedicated to gay men's sexual health, and will host all our future campaigns in one place. Developing and producing such a large-scale and multifaceted campaign is no mean feat, and so there's a few people to thank for all their brilliant work. The creative agency Frost, who developed the design of the campaign and the videos, in particular Vince Frost, Charlotte Brady, Graziella Mercado, Anna Fisher, Simon Rodwell and Andrew Memo at Rasta, who developed the web portal, Craig Smith and Hugo Stoke at Stoke Machevsky, who tested the campaign among more than 50 young, mature HIV positive and HIV negative men in Sydney and in the regions, and Matt Baxter, Kim Lyon and David Gray at Universal Media, who very generously offered to help us on a pro bono basis. Without them, we would not have been able to be everywhere. I'd like to thank all the organisations and companies and venues who have already given us their support and agreed to endorse the campaign here in New South Wales and around Australia. There's so many, I'm not going to read them all. Just a bit of a selection: the Australian Federation of AIDS Organisations, the AIDS Trust of Australia, Positive Life New South Wales, Living Positive Victoria, the City of Sydney, Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras, Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, Sydney Gay and Lesbian Business Association, Albion Centre, the Columbian Hotel, Lifesavers with Pride, Teammate, and the list grows every day. I'd particularly like to thank the Minister and the New South Wales Government for their vision and support in relation to HIV prevention in New South Wales, and the commitment given to ACON's work through the New South Wales HIV strategy, launched by the Minister, she said, on World AIDS Day last year. I'd like to thank Darryl O'Donnell and Daniel Madadoo from the Ministry of Health for their ongoing support and guidance. And I'd like to congratulate and thank our talented team here at ACON, led by Nicholas Parkhill, as well as our partner organisations who have contributed to the development and production of this historic education and community mobilisation initiative. And so they often get left out, but the people who put on today are our communications and fundraising team, who always make things look fantastic and do a lot of the work that you see out and about. We look forward to working with people with HIV, gay men and other affected communities, as well as government and our partners in the HIV sector, implementing this campaign and achieving lasting change in relation to HIV transmission in New South Wales. So please help us make all of this work as effective as possible by visiting endinghiv.org.au, sharing the video, liking our Facebook page and joining in the HIV prevention revolution. Believe it, do it, join in. I'm in. Please join me.